Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's markets in the morning. Let's go. Oh, let's do it right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Welcome to Markets in the Morning. Today is Wednesday, April 26, 2023. We have some green action over here in the cryptocurrency market as we get ready to start our day. And as typical format over here on Wednesdays, we like to have ourselves a good time. So happy Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Markets in the Morning. All right, so we have some good price action over here in the cryptocurrency market. I see all the frogs posted over there in chat. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. I've got myself all set up here in my hotel room. Hopefully I sound pretty good right now. But yeah, we'll go ahead and dive on into the market as we have gotten ourselves a big fat bounce right there off of that 50-day moving average there for Bitcoin. I've been posting about this setup over here for the last several days, expecting to see support come in here as we had a extreme, capitulation price action happen there last Friday. Support's held. Here we go. We go back to the retracement levels. I've been posting about this over there on Twitter. Been talking about it on my YouTube channel. Talked about it on BitBoy Crypto YouTube channel yesterday. Here we are. We're back into that retracement levels. I've been posting about it over there on Twitter this morning. This is the thing to watch out for. This is where things can stall out at. So prices have moved very quickly back to the upside here. We could see that. What a crazy day. We're at $1,500 today for Bitcoin with the whole cryptocurrency market over here in the green. This is the watch out. I posted over there on Twitter that typically people who are going to sell, people who are going to short the market, they're going to play their hand here. They have a very tight risk to reward ratio that happens right here at this particular price level, where they'll go ahead and make their entry. Stop is right there above the last fib level, targeting at least back down to the lows. But should this be an ABC, that this thing would head down even lower down in here. But there we go, man. We popped right back into there as expected that we would. Welcome back to the retracement levels. This is going to be the thing we all watch for. I mean, of course, I will cheer for this thing to break out all day. This could take some serious time. However, just everybody well aware. This is the thing. I saw somebody post over there on Twitter. Why isn't XRP doing anything? XRP's not doing anything. We've been talking about this for, it feels like months at this point, but I know it's been several weeks that, XRP is just kind of meandering around in here. As you can see, now that Bitcoin has gotten back into its retracement levels, if Bitcoin is going to roll over from right there, you're looking about probably all you're going to get right here for XRP unless some miracle shows up happening in here. But like I've said, I'm extremely optimistic for 2023. I'm looking forward to it. I think we'll have a rough patch to go through. But if we do, I will YOLO like a crazy man. Now all my thoughts on that could get questioned should Bitcoin go plowing through here. Bitcoin goes plowing through there. I'll have to start reassessing what my thoughts are. But this has still been my primary thought for where we are right now. When I released my video on April 5th saying expecting a short squeeze, pulling back down, and then posting this on Twitter. It's something I very, very rarely do. We'll put like pretty detailed trade expectation, not trade expectations, but price expectations on like literal bounce spots and rejection spots, because Twitter is full of, really, really nice people. And giving them information for free is sometimes frustrating. But when I do it, it's because my conviction on that happening is very high. So two of the phases have played out at this point. Now, one, it did bounce from the box that we were expecting the bounce to happen at. And now two, we've gotten right back to where we thought we would get back to. Now the question is, will it get through the retracement levels, or is this the beginning of a move down? Now I posted about this on Twitter maybe 10 minutes ago. I am shocked. We've gotten back here very quickly. This is very fast. So we'll have to look at the data. You know, this could just be a blowout of shorts, right? You can see probably a bunch of people shorted the market. They just got themselves blown out. Never use margin, man. To this day, I've still not used margin in the cryptocurrency market, and I've never been blown out, ever. So don't do that. That's exactly how you get yourself wrecked. It's the most volatile market in the world. It provides quite a bit of volatility already. But there's a good chance that that is what happened in here, is we just watched a bunch of people short the market and get themselves absolutely hammered and crushed. So now we're at the big retracement levels to pay attention to. So, all right, markets in the morning, we take a look at price action of what's going on in here, and then we take a look over there at the stock market to see how the markets are going to react as the stock market opens. The stock market is set to open in about 7 minutes. So looking over here, let's take a peek at Ethereum too really fast. Ethereum bounced right off of that 50-day moving average as well. You know, if Bitcoin turns over suddenly, I would have hoped that we would see Ethereum getting higher by now. So I do have a little concern that we are going to see more Wyckoff. If we're stopped out here for Bitcoin, we're not going any higher, that we may be seeing some more accumulating happening here for Ethereum, rather than being able to seriously clear above here and then accumulate from a higher level. You would have hoped that it would have gotten out of here by now. You know, with this happening so quickly, it doesn't mean we can't stall here and stay here for days and then roll over, and price action can happen in there. But we're already back. So either things got to play differently. But the worst thing for Ethereum, the worst thing for a lot of these altcoins in the short term is if Bitcoin quickly gets rejected from here. Obviously, this would end in some pretty big moves over there for those altcoins. I'm not I hate patterns, especially this one that I'm about to show you right now. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I hate it. It's the one that every new person learns, and they try to make it every single time. The head and shoulders. It's just terrible. Whenever I see somebody on Twitter posting a head and shoulders pattern, they're trying to guess a head and shoulders pattern before it plays out, I immediately know, dude, I'm not following you anymore. We are unfollowing. It's the beginner's first pattern before they learn anything. But you know, should it play? Should it happen in here? You know, it even gets us down into our target level that we're looking for in here. So, all right, stock market up 55 points. Took it on the chin pretty good yesterday. Dow was down 344 points. S&P was down 65. NASDAQ was down 244 yesterday, down over 1% for everything. 1% for the Dow, 1.58% for the S&P, and 1.89% for the NASDAQ. Looking slightly up today. The NASDAQ, which was the biggest loser yesterday, is the biggest leader heading into the start of the market opening, up about 1%. The S&Ps and the Dow are open pretty flat, 0.13% for both of them. Looking at leaders heading into the market opening, it looks like we'll probably have Coinbase leading the top of the list. They're going to be up a little bit over 6%, and then Microsoft over 7%. I saw Jim Cramer yesterday posting something about telling people to get... Oh, no, is it not in here? It's got to be in here. I need to find it. If you guys remember, Jim Cramer had gone on TV and said, wait, no, this is Meta. There it is. If you guys remember, we've pointed to this a couple of times. So you can see that we're going to open 296 over here for Microsoft. But the day we had markets in the morning, no, we couldn't have had markets in the morning that day. But January 10th, 2022, Cramer says on CNBC that he sold Microsoft. I documented it because I rarely watch CNBC, but I watched it when he was on there live. And he says, yes, we just sold all of our Microsoft. And that was when the price was $229. Now the price is $296. And I believe he is telling people to buy it. So, yeah, just that. If you think he's really bad, you don't understand what's going on. He has a job. He's had a job for a very long time. He doesn't get fired from his job. What is his job? It's to create liquidity on the opposite end. It is not to help retail. Or he's or there's just something else going on with CNBC. I don't understand. It's the only logical thing. It's the only logical thing. You just can't be that wrong. Like, you can't have a job to like go on TV and make trade calls and be wrong every single time and continue to keep your job for 20 years unless there's something else going on. I mean, come on, that's just logical guessing. Okay. Moving on, XRP sitting right there at 48 cents. Also, loosely holding that 50-day moving average as we saw over there for Ethereum and as we saw over there for Bitcoin. Need a miracle to get something big going on in there. Gold, boy, that's popped up in just the last couple of minutes. Let's take a look at that. Yep, so gold just fired back above $2,000. 2007 to start the day. All right, gold. Let's see if you still got those divergences or if you've kind of cleaned them up here on the daily time frame. They still exist in there. So we'll see about that. The bigger mover, the dollar, has been falling this morning. So the U.S. dollar currency index, pretty sure people all doing their typical thing of panicking yesterday with the dollar. And this morning, as we get ready to start the day, it has crushed it all and taken it all back. Like I've said, I do think we'll see new lows in the dollar. The big question would be, does it find some serious support down here near 99 to 100? As for news, I have not even checked the news, as is my typical form. We're going to be checking it out together at the exact same time. Blockchain feature on WF Paper as, okay, who cares? Bitcoin at banks, yep, whatever. Circle CEO blames U.S. crypto crackdown for declining USDC market cap. Okay, I saw this. The USDC market cap has gotten hammered. It's gone from like 45 billion down to 30 billion. Here, we're going to look at this because this is always interesting to me. I forgot about this. I was looking at this the other day. Pulling it up on another screen, and then I'll bring it up for you guys. All right, here we go. This is the market cap of USDC, so stablecoin USDC. Right, so what are the three main stablecoins that remain? Binance USD, BUSD, which we'll talk about that in a second. You have USDC, which was what we were just seeing about in that article, and then you have Tether, right? You can see the market cap of, ever since this market bottomed, look at that. The market bottomed back there on June 18th, June 17th, June 19th of 2022. And the USDC market cap has fallen ever since the bottom of this market came in for like the majors of this market, like Ethereum and XRP and whatnot, and the altcoin market cap. USDC's top happened right there. Very interesting. Again, market was terrified at that point of Celsius, UST, Luna, all that stuff. But that was the top of the market cap of USDC, coming in at about $56 billion. Right now, it's all the way down to $30 billion. And you go back to just in March, right? We're talking about before Silicon Valley Bank collapsed. Had a market, it was $44 billion of USDC, now down to 30. It's such a big, big fall. Looking at BUSD, this one, of course, it's plunged ever since they announced that they were getting sued or something by New York or whatever, right? So like they've gone from 23 billion all the way down to 6 billion, and CZ like specifically says this thing's going to zero. It's getting faded out. So if you're just like sitting around in BUSD minding your business, they're telling you straight up, hey, this thing's going away. But so what do we see? We see BUSD fading. We see USDC fading, right? That's number 3. Binance USD is number 3, right? Here's number 2. Who is killing it? Who is crushing it? You know it. You know it. Tether, killing it. Absolutely killing it. Now, if you guys remember, when we were talking about the bottom of the market coming in, we're talking about something that had happened in 2018 as well, and that it was with Tether, and that you could actually see things happening in the market there. We will stop looking at the DXY because we will look at USDT. And we'll go back to Kraken. We'll do it here. We'll get rid of all these moving averages. All right. So, you know, this is our decoupling from the dollar, our depegging from the dollar here in 2022 for Tether. Seems like a dramatic event that has taken place in here, right? We all remember it. It was scary. Then here's the second one that happens during the FTX collapse. And then this is when Silicon Valley Bank goes down. And it's believed that USDC had lost $3 billion. The money flooded out of USDC and flooded into Tether. And so the value of Tether actually went above $1 shortly there, but now it's back at $1. But this is not the first time we've seen these types of things, right? This stuff actually has happened throughout history. And we can go back, and here's a bunch of stuff from 2020. And then the big ones, the big mamma jammas over here, these two in particular. You can see these right here, right? So this is October, November, December of 2018. And then here's February, March of 2019. Now, what was going on in the market at this particular time? Just like we were having over there in crypto, here in 2022, the market was capitulating, right? Bitcoin's falling from $6,000 all the way down to $3,000, and then Tether's crumbling at the exact same time that this is happening. And it's a much bigger depeg event than what we experienced over here. It makes what happened in 2022 appear like a blip on a radar. That's like, this is it, right? These are the ones we were just talking about right here. Here is Luna, UST, collapsing, Celsius collapsing. Here's FTX collapsing. They are just tiny little blips on the radar from what we had back in 2018 and 2019. But let's go back. So one thing that to take notice is how we saw that USDC topped when the market bottomed, and USDC is kind of falling apart. We noticed that Binance USD is falling apart. And I'm not sure I'm really providing you a ton of alpha here, but I want to show you this. Because I brought this up before. There's only one other time where we actually have this big type of a decline happening over here in Tether, just like we had happening in here. And when these things occurred, they signaled the bottom. And so, like, when the market really went rampaging into that summer of excitement for crypto back in 2018, it was once Tether's supply went right back above the previous all-time high. And so you can kind of see this. They go back through all of history. There's never a big declining event that happens for Tether, ever. It has never happened. Except right there. And right there, that's the capitulation moment of the market. And then there's no declining in Tether until the capitulating time of the market. So we capitulate, right? May, June, all that good stuff. One more time just for good measures for FTX. And then here we go. We're all the way back to the previous all-time high for the Tether supply and the market cap of Tether. So it's interesting, right? So like this was an exciting time in the market as Tether's supply came roaring back in. And well, you can see where we are currently. So there's only one other example of a big decline in Tether supply, and that was back in 2018. That was during the capitulation moment. Tether's bottoming signaled the bottom of the market. As you can see, let's go. So, all right, guys, if you're enjoying this content, please hit the like button. On Wednesdays, we always try to have ourselves a good time. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas, as I'm at the Consensus 2023 conference. I'm actually hanging out in my hotel room right now, but as we always do, we like to play some really sweet jams over here. And just for good measure, let's do it at 1.5x speed.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday. Dudes.
Okay. Okay, what was I doing? I was doing news, right? And I went off into all of that. All right, Froggy's in the chat. Hit the like button. Thank you. All right, so what do we got? Crypto is dead in America. Tech billionaire Chamath Palihapitiya. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, whatever. He told everybody to buy the top, too. I mean, it was like, he's a retail investor wrong footer. Stablecoin payments Visa shares plans for ambitious crypto product. Okay, whatever. I've heard that like 5,000 times over the last 6 years. Bitcoin rallies to $29,000. Let's take a look at Bitcoin now just to keep an eye on it really fast because we got back into that level. So if you missed the beginning of this, we've obviously been talking about this for the last several days. I've been posting about this over here on Twitter, that my expectations were to fall down into the bucks and back to the retracement levels, and then watch out, watch out. This is the typical shorting level, right? This is the retracement level. Anything, so if we cross above $30,200 for Bitcoin, that actually will take you through all retracement levels. And so that's likely where a lot of stops are going to be placed. There's probably a lot of shorting that's going to be taking place in here. And then the stop losses will all get set right here at 30,200. Because why? Well, then we will have exceeded all fib levels and have to be kind of a watch and see kind of moment. But so far, this is what's happening right in here. Of course, I don't cheer for these types of things to happen because they could last some serious time. But you know, we spend enough time talking about it, but talking about it in videos and talking about it in every markets in the morning. All right, Ethereum also holding that as well. Back to the news. Okay, yeah, Visa, that's great. Bitcoin rallies 29K. It's actually rallied almost 30K at this point. Did it actually hit 30K? It did. It did. Okay, CoinDesk, right? These are the guys hosting the event that I am at today. Bitcoin rallies to 29,000. Cardano leads gains among crypto majors. Really? Cardano was? I didn't see it in the list. Well, I mean, kind of. But okay. So that kind of gives you a little warning here too, is that you're getting back to these retracement levels right here currently, and just the market's not too strong about it right now. All right. Optimism from Ethereum Chappelle upgrade is fading. Okay. Well, good. Bitcoin white paper to be removed in next Apple MacBook update report. Yeah, I guess people just found out about it, but apparently it's been there since 2017. And I remember everybody was talking about how bullish it was that the white paper for Bitcoin was in people's MacBooks. Like, oh my gosh, mainstream adoption. All these people are going to hear about Bitcoin for the first time. If you think a single person owns a MacBook and hasn't heard of Bitcoin before, you're living on another planet. If you think somebody hasn't watched the news and heard of Bitcoin, you're living on another planet. I love you all, but everybody, my father-in-law, he very well knows of Bitcoin. Everybody does. I've told the stories about the church, my pastor, telling, laughing about it, and the whole congregation laughing, right? Like everybody knows about it. All right, what's going on in major markets? So we just got the stock market open 10 minutes ago. I, of course, did not check it out yet. But First Republic's dramatic slide. So First Republic went collapsing yesterday. I saw everybody posting that chart over there on Twitter. It was down about another 40%. Of course, giving Cramer a hard time because he said that they would be fine. I haven't looked into it too much, so I'll have to check that out when I get some time. As you know, I'm traveling. I'm very busy right now. Microsoft stock rallies on earnings and bullish AI outlook. Big money donors rally behind Biden as he launches his... Okay, whatever. We don't do politics here. Bloomberg. Microsoft's $69 billion Activision deal is blocked by the UK. Musk bets the house of Tesla on low prices. First Republic shares. Okay. Nothing crazy going on in the news, right? We're just getting ourselves a little bit of a short squeeze happening over here in the cryptocurrency market, back to those levels of concern that we've had in there. Otherwise, that's probably it for market coverage, except I needed to see how the market's opened. All right. Dow Jones opens up. We're up 45 points to start the morning. The NASDAQ is up 0.9% over 100 points, and the S&P is up 0.2%. The leaders of the day, Coinbase lost some of that lead, had about 6% up, but now it's up only about 2.9%. Amazon doing well and Microsoft doing well. As for yields, flat to down for the morning, and then metals are having a rally this morning as we start the day, as the DXY, the US dollar currency index, is taking another shuffle back down lower in here. So that is what's up with markets in the morning. Big pop in crypto for Bitcoin in particular, Ethereum as well. Back in retracement levels. Stock market up slightly after a rough day yesterday. Dollar is down. People are optimistic about Microsoft today. Tether's getting really close to breaking through that all-time high of supply as USDC and BUSD continue to crumble. I tried to show you guys the charts in there to show you what has happened historically. This was how the market played out last time before things started ramping up. So, all right, let's go ahead and hop into the chat. What's up? All right. All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, you guys, I saw a lot of you guys in the chat. Did you guys hear my not Oscar Hernandez thing that I did in there? You better. Not Oscar was smooth with that. All right, let's see what's going on, guys. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas here. I need to go get some breakfast. So I've already worked out this morning. I worked out in the gym here in the hotel. Still to this day, to this moment of being here, nobody has recognized me, but I haven't gone to like the actual event yet. Nobody in the hotel has recognized me. So I've just been kind of living a little chill, normal dude life. It's been cool. But we'll see how things go when I go to the event. The event starts in 17 minutes. I'm still in my gym clothes. I haven't eaten breakfast and I haven't showered. So I'm going to miss the opening. Oh, well. All right. Oscar Hernandez, frogs and tacos, man. Thank you so much. Jamie Rosenberg, I wrote a rap to Wednesday, my dudes. Should I drop the fire? Of course, man. Drop it on Twitter. Let's hear it. Thank you, Jamie. Flying Sean, thank you so much. Yo, BCB, longtime fan. Genuine, non-adversarial question. You're looking back on some old vids. You seem to have the same time for XRP confidence targets in 2021. What makes late 2023 different? Right. So I don't think a lot of people would have expected that the top 20 assets in the cryptocurrency market, if you go back through history, right, you go back through just the previous bull run of the cryptocurrency market. I don't think most people would have expected if you threw money at the top 10, that only like 3 of them would go into new all-time highs. It's not historically what has happened, right? We go through a long bear, all the garbage gets washed out of the market, it's game over. And then the ones who survive the bear market are the ones that can turn up and rally their way to the upside. We definitely saw that a lot of assets, which was odd behavior compared to history, just went into these retracements like XRP did. I don't think a lot of people did expect that. And then at the same time in 2021 for XRP, even though like the SEC sued it right there at the very end of 2020, right when Bitcoin broke out into its all-time high, living in that moment, you're still questioning, all right, are we going to be okay? Price starts to recover. It's like, okay, can we shake this off? We start firing up to $2, and then you say, okay, well, we're still technically kind of behaving how we have in the past. Can we, fall back to 80 cents and then turn around and head back up, as we did back in 2016, 2017? And little do we know that a lot of these altcoins, and even majors, ones in the top 10, would not go on to set new highs. A very, very different market from what we had in 2017. So this time around, right? So the theory that I would have is that Bitcoin is only going to a retracement, and it's still the most frowned upon thing. And I say that like every time I go on to BitBoy Crypto YouTube, and I say that on Twitter. I say it on my YouTube channel. It's the most hated and frowned upon thing, but that we would see a liquidity rotation happening in the market. So I can only hope that due to Bitcoin going to its 4.236 extension and due to Ethereum going to its 4.236 extension, that XRP will do the same thing, being number 3 for as long as it has, that it can do the exact same thing. So we'll find out. And that's why nothing changes for me, where I'm not picking 26,589. Like those are irrational numbers. Right? They're $100,000. I want to slap. When I see crazy numbers, I just throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's clickbait. It is BS. It is so BS. So, what I do is it's going to be based on measurements, and there's going to be an argument as to why, right? It's held itself up. It's a 4.236 extension. The market tends to reject at those levels, or it tends to pull the liquidity to those levels, as we saw with Bitcoin, as we saw with Ethereum. So people would not have expected Ethereum and Bitcoin to stop there because they were so ridiculously bullish, but the market is made, right? There's things going on the back end that can force the price to stop and change hands at the right places. So late 2023 different. Looking back at some old vids, you seem to have the same. It's time for XRP, confidence and targets. Yeah, right. So in 2021, so if you notice in 2022, you didn't get any of that. I didn't think we were going to get any of that, right? So once things fell apart, and then in November of 2021, what was happening? Bitcoin was topping, right? Bitcoin was getting ready to fall back. That's what my expectations were. And then a retracement. And we just didn't get one yet, right? Bitcoin's been down only in 2022. What are the conditions for XRP to rally? Hate it, I have no problem saying it, but it pisses off so many people. It does not come from some magical narrative that makes really good clickbait to buy products. It doesn't come from that. It comes from Bitcoin breaking into a new all-time high or Bitcoin going into a retracement. So what did we not get in 2022? November 2021, we're all-time high, right? What am I saying? Bitcoin's going to crash. What were we looking for? A retracement. Did we get one? No. So do I think we're going to get one now? I do, because all of our technical indicators of underlying price behavior say this is it. We're heading back in. Thing is, people probably want to say, well, what if we do this? And we've covered this as well. What if we're only going to do something like this, right? If we are only going to do something like this, then no, it's not going to be time for XRP, because that's not how the price behaves. But if we are only going into a retracement, there is the potential for that to happen, or Bitcoin has to go into an all-time high. But you can clearly see the behavior. The down-only time period is over. Now we're going to head into a retracement. I think that pulling back makes the most logical sense, and that's why we haven't seen price move yet, which is what I've been trying to explain for weeks on end, right? So if the SEC comes out and sues us right when Bitcoin gets to the thing, well then, just that's it. We can't win. There's nothing we can do at that point, right? So we had things going for us, and in 2020, when Bitcoin broke out of its all-time high, off we went too, right? So we were doing, as Bitcoin was moving back to its all-time high, we were doing what we were supposed to be doing after spending so much time. Then the SEC came in for the lawsuit. We go moving our way back up. Also, it was kind of like this, right? So as we had shifted off these lows, as we did in the past, thoughts of, hey, stopping at $2, consolidate here, and then shift on up when a retrace comes, which we never ended up getting. So my confidence, my guess is the retracement, which we've never gotten, and that's going to be the time when we end up getting it. If we don't get it into a retracement, watch out. That'll be my thoughts. Things are not playing out. We're in a retracement. XRP hasn't taken off. That's not good. All right, thanks, Flame Sean. Chris Perez, Tears. After you left BitBoy, they said 99% for new all-time high. Yeah, I know. I watched it. Yeah. That's why I don't mind doing it. I know I'm stirring the pot, man. Ryan, but it's not that I'm trolling. I'm just going to tell the truth. Like, if I don't, there's a very good chance Bitcoin doesn't set a new all-time high. You have to have a new all-time high for the stock market. If you don't get a new all-time high for the stock market, you are believing. If your logic, anybody out there, your logic is block reward halvings, do it. You better have the full understanding of why that is. Why? Just because it has, or because magic, or because we go from 1.85% to 0.9% inflationary rate? That's going to send the price up to $300,000. You better have a really good justification outside of it is just the magic of Bitcoin. It has to be more, because that's if your argument is just magic of Bitcoin block reward having. Well, my argument is the stock market says a completely different story, and it says that every time the stock market breaks out, that's when Bitcoin goes. So, and I do find that block reward, nobody who does the block reward having argument ever pushes back and fights back on my stock market thing. It's like my stock market thing opens up their eyes and it scares the living crud out of them. Nobody ever fights back on it when I show it to them. And I show them how much time, an inconsistent amount of time elapses between Bitcoin block reward halvings and new all-time highs, and how much time elapses between stock market multi-year range breakout and Bitcoin breakout, and how those are within weeks of each other. Whereas block reward halvings, I think our last one was 9 months different, but you're like within 2 weeks of the stock market, So that's the big thing. All right. Thanks, Chris. Ryan Rendon, good morning, my man. Welcome to Austin. Have a blast. Thanks, Ryan. Are you in Austin, dude? Black Fella, thumbs up. What's up? Good morning, BCB. These prices are being pulled at these levels like a magnet. Wow, amazing to watch. Have a great day. God bless. Yeah. Yep. So we'll see what goes on here, man. This idea... the thing is, I want to say my idea would be invalidated should we get above the last fib level, which is about 30,200. But I really want to say higher. I really want to say right here. I want to say this peak. So I'll just say this. If we get above 30,200, I will really start questioning whether or not my idea is correct. If we get above the last fib, I'll really start questioning it. I will especially say, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. If we get above 30,600, that would be my, oh boy. But so far, it has played perfect to the tune. And I've left the breadcrumbs for days on this too. So fun to watch how it happens, man. But we are at retracement levels. These can be the things where the last opportunity before things get super, super sketchy out here. When merch. Thank you, Niall. Thank you very much. Narek Hassan, when merch. Thank you, sir, for your efforts. Thank you, Eric. I don't know. I talked to my wife. I actually had a conversation with my wife about it in the kitchen the other day. I was like, can you help me? She's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know either. All right. We'll see. Thanks, man. Chris Perez, in the future, if 20-year treasuries are paying 6 to 7%, would you be scared of going all in over concerns that your money will be in the hands of the government? Never in my wildest dreams will I ever buy a 20-year treasury. I don't think I'll ever buy a 10-year treasury. I don't think I'll ever buy a 5-year. I just don't think I will. There's so much volatility in them over the course of that amount of time. I think you just, just seems silly. 20 is so long. Nobody can imagine what happens to them in 20 years. Like you sign a 30-year mortgage thinking you're going to live in that house for the rest of your life, right? Or 30 years, right? But the average person stays in their house 7 years. You go into it buying it thinking you're settling down. This is where I'm going to be. This is my future. 7 years later, that's the average amount of time till someone's out. At least last time I checked. That was years ago when I saw that data. But to think about like being okay with a 20-year treasury locked up, crazy. In which 20-year treasuries right now, right? What are they paying? I thought I had them in here. 3.76%. It's like, hey, you can borrow money for a mortgage for 6.5, but we will only borrow it from you for 3.7. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you, Chris. Vitz says, hey, BCB, thank you for the work you do. Can you take a look at MetalPay? Oh, boy. I'm scared of that. Nobody touch that. This could be a scam. This is his first super chat. I'm doing it off screen. I shouldn't have read that out loud. Okay. It's on Coinbase. Very little history, right? So you go back to August. Let's not, but guys, I don't want to look at a bunch of altcoins that we haven't heard of. I love you guys. I know you want me to look at them. I know. It just, you got to remember, look how many people are watching. 1,700 people are watching, and then we're looking at an altcoin that a lot of people haven't heard of. I don't want to take your money and just be like, thanks for your money. Okay, wait, it's been around longer than that. Okay, so I'm insane. This has been around since 2017. I've never heard of it. How have I never heard of this thing before? And it's been around since 2017. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it looks like a retracement, right? It looks like the exact same thing, that it was a retracement. Here, I will show it. Right? There's your 2017 peak. Of course, they launch into the excitement, and then boom, you know, pulls all the way back, retracement, or Wyckoff accumulation breakout, and then consolidation, right? But it looks just like the rest of the market, right? So this is what we saw a lot of this past run. We saw a lot of retracements. Are these retracements setting up for something much bigger later? Maybe. But it's a different environment in the market, right? This was different. But there you go. Thanks, Fitz. GSML, and that was your first time, man. Thank you. GSML, new member. Thank you very much. Whiskey too. Like the video, please. Please. It's Wednesday, folks. It is Wednesday. Let's brighten this thing up, dude.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
There we go. If I can turn this thing off. There you go. Okay. Man, it is so foggy here. I just looked out the window. I can't see a thing outside. So if you guys don't know, I'm in Austin, Texas right now. I'm missing the opening ceremonies of the Consensus 2023 because we're all hanging out together because F those guys. But I'm going to have to get out of here pretty soon to go do that. All right, let's get back in here. But yes, like the video. Hey, there's 589 likes. We have to get to 1,000. It's just the rule. No more frogs till 1,000. All right, Crypto Lolek, thank you so much, first timer. Appreciate it. Didn't put the message, but I'm sure it'll come later. BCB, Blockfellas is BCB, the Blockfather, aka Andrew Neiman. Thanks for everything. Special content. Like the video. This is the way. Something to the goat. It blocked out your emoji to the goat. Thank you very much. Crypto Lolek, there he is. Couldn't buy more the first time. Respect. You are the king of TA, mate. Question is the same. I don't know what the question is. What is the question? Couldn't buy more the first time. Respect. You are the king of TA, mate. Question is the same. Probably merch, huh? I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Texas Takeover. The sneaky not Oscar Hernandez line on the BitBoy live stream was smooth. By the way, Daisy will be proven wrong about XRP. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, guys, I went on there and you know what? I could tell he was a hater of XRP. I could tell. That was because that was the second time he's done that. And then I was telling my story, and then I was like, I can't remember who it was. It was not Oscar Hernandez who said that, you know, when Ethereum goes up, the NFT prices go up. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, that's what I heard. Got him! All right. Thanks, Texas Takeover. I saw you guys in there, man. Y'all were frogging it up in there. Joe Soro, BCB, so grateful for you. Personal question. What do you plan to do with your profits for your stuff? More family time, traveling, hobbies, and retirement? Or retirement? I've always said retirement, but I don't think it ever would be. My brain always wants to keep going. It doesn't matter. My brain will always keep going. What that means, I don't know. Traveling, sure. Hobbies, probably pick up some. More family time, that's the number one goal. Anybody who knows me knows I don't care too much about personal property items. I don't care about nice watches. I don't care about nice clothes. I don't care about nice cars. Maybe I do. I don't know. But my car's 10 years old, and I'm fine with it. It's great. I even had a dream a couple of nights ago that I had traded my car in and kind of got a truck, because I've really been like wanting a truck for like 5 years, but I never end up doing it. And so I had a dream that I did it. And when I did it, I had big buyer's remorse. I missed my car. I'd sold it. It was gone forever. I was just so sad. So I'm just content with what I have. And it made me have more appreciation again for what I do have. And I don't need that truck yet. Maybe one day. Plus, my kid loves my car. But yeah, no, nothing special. I don't need to be flashy. My wife thinks I'm okay. I don't have anyone to impress. She sees me when I sometimes don't shave for a week or two. She sees me when I get smelly from the gym. She accepts that. I don't need to be flashy, and I don't really need a lot of nice things. Technology is always cool. I like technology. Maybe I'll get technology, but yeah. And the number one thing, the only thing you can buy in your life that matters is time. I think we all know that. We all want time. And you could build your career around that. You just got to take steps towards it. You don't have to wait for magic internet money number to go up for that to happen. You just got to work towards that. There's no need to have to wait and feel stuck and imprisoned. Okay. Joe Sora, thank you. Mohammed, AA, I sent you a funny video of my nieces supporting XRP to your Twitter. Hope you like it. Okay, I'll check on it. Crypto Keeper says, welcome to Austin. But thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Crypt Keeper. Welcome to Austin. Rogan at Comedy Mothership tonight. Oh, wait. Joe Rogan? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have to go to some crypto events tonight or something like that. Probably. Thank you. Merlin, Shady's back again. Loving this honeymoonin'. I can actually watch markets in the morning. Thank you for all the effort you put out for us. Thank you so much. Let's see how Bitcoin's holding up in here. Still holding those retracements, man. This is going to be nice because maybe people will be like a little bit more excited out there at consensus. That'd be cool. Okay, Dutch Kissling says, just a thought. Did everything in the top 10 break all-time high if you factor in the increase of supply for each token? They did not. Right. Yeah, checking the market caps. They did not. Thank you. That was your first timer. Merlin, that was your first timer too. Thank you. Chris, thank you. He says, morning, BCB. Thank you for all your work you do and share. We really appreciate you, man. You're an inspiration in my life. Dude, thanks, man. Thanks for the support. Huang Nguyen. So what happens if that's not good scenario plays out for XRP? Then what do we do, Packer? I might cry. Yeah, I'd probably be crying. Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if it doesn't go up, it doesn't go up, right? That would just be it. You could probably keep watching YouTube videos that say, it's going to be pegged to gold. And wait. I don't know. Just got to wait for it and see what happens, man. But thank you, Huang. Oscar, with the super sticker. Thank you, man. Notorious Saraf says, do you think others chart moves if Bitcoin stalls here? I haven't looked at others in quite some time. Let's go look. So, the thing it would be nice, right? There's two things, right? So it would be nice if it could at least get back to the top of this range before something like that would happen. the thing is, it's still, you know, if that does happen for Bit, like if there's some just kind of pop happening here, like we typically see in these things where the altcoins can gain a little bit of steam in here, just for it to at least shift back to the top of the range. And then, you know, likely during a time like that for Bitcoin, it's still long pulling back. The alternative is like, if it's not, it's already been here for some time. I don't imagine others going much lower than where we've already been. So I can't imagine it going lower than that. I'm not sure why I see a conflict in my own interpretation of the market that we can't go lower than that. But I do. Did I lose this? I did lose it. So I don't think we're gonna, or at least, what was this, right? I guess lower than that. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't looked at others in some time. I would think, you know, the reality is if Bitcoin pulls back, you would think others is going to pull back with it, right? You would just think that. And then you would think that would at least be a support level for others happening in there. The question is there going to be some pop out that happens in here for altcoins quickly, like with Ethereum, to get itself out real quick and then consolidate here really quick? I think we just have to wait for the market to kind of tell us that story. But there is like an added element of danger that won't happen because Bitcoin's already back here. We're already there. It would have to really just kind of stall out and go sideways for a long time that, you know, Bitcoin, the market feels like it's bullish. It feels like it's exciting. Everybody's happy and having a good time. Everybody's now, like what were just 2 days ago, everybody's feeling like garbage. Probably everybody on the internet's probably feeling great today. They're like, yeah, we rock, man. Totally nailed it. We're killing it, right? So confidence returns. And if price stabilizes and stays here, that gives a chance for those altcoins to run. And we're not talking alt season in any way. We're just talking about lifting themselves up a little bit to have some support into a moment like this. But again, it's looking at the bigger picture of things. And people just really freak out over this kind of stuff. But yeah, we're just talking about pullback here. If it is this type of pullback, like these are your classic style pullbacks that happen in bullish trends. These are just typical ABC bullish trends. So if it plays out, it'll be beautiful. And I've gone into detail kind of on Monday. So, okay. We'll see. I haven't looked at that chart a whole lot lately. Puneet Giuliani, BCB, if ETH goes into spring phase, what's your target? Spring phases are hard. Spring phases are really hard. So I actually wouldn't be looking for a target for Ethereum. I'd be looking for structure. So what I would be looking for me, and what I'll be communicating on the channel if it does happen, is the typical spring, right? However this ends up playing, you know how we always do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Once we have like the confirmed that we're heading down and it's moving, trying to identify those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s in there. And then in the spring phase, you always have this. You have that where you roll back up to the 4, and then you have the 5. So waiting for that, and then the second that low gets taken out, it's just a buying spree down here, right? Wherever this is going to land. Wherever that's going to happen out at, waiting to see that. But for me, picking a price target for it at this point, I don't know. I would want to see structure, and then once we get those clear 5 waves down, the rolling back up to wave 4 within wave 5, I'll know where my zone is, right? I'll know we've already completed all this stuff. We're here. I'm looking for that area in there, right? So, yeah, that's it. guessing prior. I mean, otherwise, the only thing you can do to guess, you can use fibs and stuff, but that doesn't really work on a spring phase because spring phases they can even come way down here, or in 2018, the 2018 bottom of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin actually came down in here and it had kind of a bottom that looked more like this, right? Right? That's what Bitcoin's bottom of 2018 looked like. So we'll see. It's an interesting moment now. This is where it's highly interesting. Ryan Brandon says, I do live in Austin, but I didn't get a consensus ticket. Yeah, they're not cheap, dude. GSML, thank you, Ryan. GSML, celebrate the first super chat from GSML. Thank you. Riaz says, hey, when you exit on Zcash, US Dash, Bitcoin Dash, will you post an update about your BCB teachings and post on Twitter when you exit, like when you did on Bitcoin and Ethereum? Yeah, I always do that. Whenever I'm like actively buying, I tell you guys, and whenever I'm actively selling, I tell you guys. Chris DeLeon, thanks, Riaz. Chris DeLeon, Hank Hill voice. All right, let me try. I need to hear his voice first. Let me see. That boy ain't right. Dang it, Peggy, I love you. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Nah, I can't do it. That sounds like Dale. All right, Crypto Leluk. Hey, mate, how did you put volume Bitcoin on your last video to see where the places are the least trading on Bitcoin on your chart? Yeah, sure. I'll show you guys that later. Or, you know what? That's a thing in my course that I'm recording. I'm going to save it for that. I go through all that kind of stuff. I'll show you guys later. Dr. Tay, thank you, sir. Dr. Tay, will you look into luxury car market in the future? Seems like some cars go up in value over time and a good way to store some wealth over cash. I mean, it's probably a lot of money. I don't know. You have to keep them, right? Like, you have to store them safely. It's not like being a luxury watch person and you can just like put it into a little tiny area and hide it, right? Like a car, you're exposed to like weather, and obviously you're going to keep that locked up in like an airport hangar or in a garage, right? But you got to take care of it. No, for me, it's something I personally, just knowing who I am is something I personally would never get into. But that doesn't mean it's not the right thing for someone else who like loves that stuff. For me, it wouldn't be right for me. But yeah, volume profiles. Let's see. Profiles, fixed range. There you go. But all right, guys, it's time for me to go get some breakfast, dude. I can tell I'm fading, and it's too early in the morning to be fading. I'm missing the opening ceremony of consensus. We have to get to 1,000 likes for more frogs. It's the rule. All right, we're going to have a sad frog day. I brought my computers here. I set them all up. To live stream while I'm in Austin. Let's do it. I don't know what I'm going to eat. I hope they have good food. I hope it's not like, your typical stuff at a hotel where it's like, hey, here's bananas and dry cereal and like a piece of sausage that's been sitting here for 3 hours. But you know what? I'll eat it. I'll still eat it. That'd be fine. I'm hungry. You guys know I get a little hangry. All right, trying to think how are the markets doing as we get ready for the day to get started. So I'm in Austin. I'm at Consensus. I'll be trying to hang out with people, hopefully getting some photos taken today. I know there's a couple people here that I do know of. But as we can see with the market, you can see that the DXY is down this morning. You can see gold is at $2,000 to start the day. It looks like the stock market has flipped back to red. So there you go. Dow Jones goes red after a big day yesterday. Time to get things in motion again, that things are happening, right? So Bitcoin is at just a short squeeze back to the retracement levels. That's the big question for the day. But the thing to take notice of is that both Bitcoin and Ethereum bounced right off of that 50-day moving average, which we've been talking about this week. So, all right. I won't deprive you guys of the frog because I got to get off here. I got to go eat. Skip that. Here's a breakfast burrito. Thank you, Oscar. All right, let's do the frog. And then let's go feed BCB. Here, we're going to play at standard speed because I don't want it to go too fast. I want to soak it up and appreciate it. There we go. It is Wednesday, my dude.
It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday, my dude.
All right. That is it for today. BCP is going to put food in his belly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Big old pop over here in the market today. Keep an eye on it because we're back into the retracement levels. We were looking for supports to come in there. We were looking for price to go back to retracement levels. We've gotten there. If we break through the retracement levels, hey, that's exciting. That's fantastic. Just know these are where things typically do stall out. They do get rejected at. Be careful out there, you guys. I hope that you all are having a wonderful week so far. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Thanks for tuning in. Let's wrap it up. That's it. I don't have my sheet here where I normally like read my outro to remind me what I say. What do I say? I say, all right, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like this live stream and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one. Happy Wednesday, guys.